I think it seems a little early to talk about tax time.
It probably is, but
we're going to do it anyway.
We're doing it right. Our money expert has 2 year-end tax planning hints that you should be thinking about right now.
All right, Bruce. Why are we talking about taxes already?
We need to be convinced.
Well, everybody always waits until they file their tax return until April 15th, but to do things for 2015. But you have some things you have to do before the end of the year. For example, if you participate in a company retirement plan like a 401k, you can accelerate your withholdings, but you have to get it in there before December 31st. You can't wait until 2016. Now, a thing like a traditional IRA, you have until you file your 15 tax return or April 15th of 16 to make your contribution.
So you have time for that.
Yeah, but company retirement plan, you got to get it in there this year.
So, like, say you had a good year and you had an extra $5,000 you wanted to put in the 401k, there's still time you can do that.
Yeah, you can either do it in a lump sum, or you can go to your HR and say, the amount I have withholding, I want to increase it for these last few paychecks, these last couple months.
Instead of 6 or something like that. All right, good. That's a good tip.
It is. What else do we need to do before the end of the year?
Well, before the end of the year, that's probably the big one.
The biggest
That's the big one.
Is there anything else?
Well, the other one that comes into play for a lot of our viewers, if you're retired and you don't have enough deductions anymore in order to itemize, you take what's called a standard deduction. But one of the strategies that we often use with our clients, we call it bunching our deductions, where you can actually prepay some things, like, for instance, your property taxes. You can pay your 16 property taxes in December of 15. You get more deductions in the one tax year, so you can itemize. Then the next year you take the standard deduction. You don't pay your property taxes that year. Then in 17 you do it again. So every other year you get to itemize and get a bigger deduction. In any one year, it may not seem like a lot, but over time, it's a big deal. And it doesn't increase your out-of-pocket cost. It's just the timing of when you recognize those costs.
We've done that with charitable donations.
Right.
Maybe you'll cluster it in
That's
one
another
year.
good example. You get more into a certain year to get more deduction in that tax year.
Yeah.
So that affects a lot of retirees that think they just kind of throw up their hands and say, I just have to take the standard deduction. But you maybe can itemize with a little creative thought.
There's some ways around the edges. You can work on it.
Last time we brought this up on the show, I think Matt Brickman told me it sounded like a loophole, but it's it's actually a legitimate.
It's not a loophole.
It's a legitimate planning strategy.
Yeah.
I have a question. It's
Please.
October. We're talking about taxes. Do you advise people to do their Christmas shopping in June? Are you done with your Christmas shopping yet?
I'm not proactive like that, but I know a lot of people that are. But the other reason, when we talk about year-end tax planning, for a lot of people, it's also the time of year when they spend more money because it is the holidays. Sure. And we're just coming off of last week, which was National Save for Retirement Week. And the people that are not saving enough, it's really frightening statistics. So by putting money in an IRA or a 401k, you not only get that tax deduction, but you're saving for your retirement, which people aren't doing enough.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, very good. Well, I know I spent National Save for Retirement Week just saving every dollar I made. That's what I did.
It's a big celebration.
Huge celebration. Thanks, Bruce. Bruce is on Mid-Morning every Tuesday. We usually only give him about 50% the amount of grief we're giving him today. You can listen to his radio show on CCO Radio, Your Money, every Sunday morning from 8:30 till 9:30.
Thanks, Bruce.